Welcome back to the deep dive. You rely on us to take your source material and, well, hand you the specific nuggets of knowledge that truly matter. Today we're peering into the looking glass of the internet. We all see the lists, right? What's trending now, today's top stories, you know the ones.
People are searching for.
Exactly. But have you ever really stopped to question the machine that decides if a billion searches are just noise, or if 10,000 searches are suddenly worthy of global attention? We're talking about the core framework that selects, sorts, and delivers real-time curiosity to the entire planet. Okay, so let's unpack this. Our sources today, they're less like news headlines and more like an architectural blueprint.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's the precise technical framework that major platforms use to define what we're all interested in right now. This isn't about what people searched for last week. It's about the explicit mechanical rules of the game.
And that's really our mission here, to get past the content of the trends and really dig into the context.
Yeah.
I mean, understanding these mechanisms is critical for anyone trying to gain knowledge quickly without getting, manipulated by this fire hose of information. It shows us exactly how raw, messy data gets refined and packaged into a clean narrative of relevance.
A narrative.
We're going to reveal the specific filters, the definitions, like the difference between an active trend and a lasted trend, that are silently guiding your view of the world every single day.
That distinction alone feels like peeling back the first layer of the secret. So, okay, let's jump right in. The anatomy of a trend. How does some random search query, I don't know, your neighbor looking up a local election, suddenly achieve the status of trending?
It's all about the status the engine gives it. And the system, it really boils the whole life cycle of attention down to just two critical statuses.
Only two.
Only two. The first is active. These are the searches that are still being performed at a volume that's way higher than their normal baseline. This is real-time, ongoing attention.
Okay, so like a hurricane making landfall right now, people are searching for shelters, and that number is staying high.
That's a perfect analogy. The search volume is high, and it's staying high. That's active.
And the second status, lasted? That's where the drama went to cool off, I'm guessing?
Exactly. Lasted just means the query was searched for more than usual at some point, but the surge is over. The volume is back to normal.
So the hurricane passed 6 hours ago.
Right. The urgency has dropped. It's the difference between a breaking event that's demanding your attention right now and a fading memory that's already been archived. That celebrity gossip from yesterday, everyone's caught up. The platform sees the spike is over. It's lasted.
So the engine is constantly auditing its own attention span. But okay, once we have this huge list of active, urgent trends and lasted, fading ones, how does the platform decide what you see first? You can't just throw thousands of terms at a user.
And that decision process is all encoded in the sorting mechanism. This gives us a huge clue about what the platform ultimately thinks is important. You can sort trends by 4 different methods. 4, by title, which is just alphabetical, by raw search volume, by recency, which is how recently it peaked,
Right.
or by relevance.
Okay, wait. If the goal is just to show us what's most popular, why do we need 4 options? Wouldn't raw search volume always be the answer?
Well, that raises the big question, doesn't it? If volume was all that mattered, you wouldn't need an option for relevance.
So what is relevance, according to the blueprint?
The source material defines it as showing you the significant and recent trends. And that one word, significant, that's everything.
It's significant.
Think about it. A massive but very short-lived search peak for a 2-hour flash sale might have huge volume. But a sustained, slightly lower volume of searches about a global health crisis, well, that might be deemed far more relevant by the engine. So the architecture itself acknowledges that sheer popularity is not the same thing as importance. It's an explicit choice to prioritize what it considers enduring significance over just fleeting loudness.
That feels less like raw data and more like an editorial judgment call disguised as an algorithm.
That's exactly what it is, a hierarchy of newsworthiness built right into the code.
Okay, so we know how trends are defined and prioritized, but even the most relevant trend can be completely invisible if we don't look at the system's other major constraint, filtering by time.
Yes. This is where the platform really controls the user's reality.
We call it the time machine, and it creates these incredibly narrow windows of collective consciousness. Trends get segmented into just a few tight time frames, the past 4 hours, the past 24 hours, past 48 hours, or the past 7 days.
And the implications of these tight windows are, well, they're profound. The system is just optimized for extreme recency.
It's designed to have a short-term memory.
The ultimate short-term memory. Think about a major political event. If it dominated searches for 48 hours straight, but then you check the feed at hour 49, it's gone. It completely vanishes from the 48-hour window.
It's algorithmic forgetfulness and forced by the filter. It makes it almost impossible to see the arc of a story unless you remember to manually click the 7-day view. And even that is just a week.
Precisely. For you, the person trying to gain knowledge, you have to recognize this filter. It forces this constant, urgent focus on the now, and it dramatically shortens the shelf life of even major news.
So stories have to stay active or they just fade away?
They get relegated to the past, quickly. And this tight time filter, it's paired with the other major constraint, the categorization matrix.
Ah, the categories. This is how they manage the chaos, right? By putting everything into little boxes.
Highly compartmentalized boxes, and the list is exhaustive. We're not talking about 3 general buckets. We're talking autos and vehicles, beauty and fashion, climate, entertainment, law and government, science, politics.
And the detail here tells you a lot. The fact that politics is a separate category from law and government suggests the system sees a real difference between, say, a partisan debate and a search about a Supreme Court ruling.
Absolutely. And food and drink getting its own slot just shows you how much sustained, focused curiosity there is around that topic globally.
And what happens when something doesn't fit? A weird hybrid topic or just an anomaly?
That's where the catch-all comes in. The other category. It's a necessary pressure release valve for everything that doesn't fit the platform's neat little taxonomy.
It's a beautifully ordered world, but it's completely contained by those walls of time and category. Okay, now let's get to what I think is the most fascinating detail in the source material. The trend breakdown.
Ah, yes.
For anyone analyzing data, if you want that genuine aha moment about how the internet turns chaos into a coherent story, this is it.
The definition is so simple, but it's monumentally important. A trend may consist of multiple queries that are variants of the same search or considered to be related.
That sounds a bit academic. Let's make it concrete. What you're seeing as one clean title in your feed, let's say major global trade agreement signed, that's actually a synthesis of a ton of different things people are typing.
Precisely. For that trade agreement example, you've got people searching for 5, 10, 100 different things.
Like what?
Tariff rates on X country. Which stocks benefit from the deal? Where was the signing ceremony? Who are the negotiators? What does it say about labor standards? The system doesn't show you those 5 messy individual searches.
Oh.
It clusters them all together, recognizes the shared core interest, and just names the whole phenomenon major global trade agreement signed.
So the engine isn't reporting raw curiosity, it's reporting synthesized intent.
Yes, it's taking 100 shades of gray and clustering them into one primary color. It forces all these different user interests into one single readable topic.
And that's how it manages the complexity.
That is how it manages the complexity. Imagine a big tech company announces a controversial new policy. You'll get searches for Company X stock crash, how to switch from Company X service, CEO name apology, and news about rival Company Y.
A total mess of different reactions.
A total mess.
Yeah.
But the algorithm performs the trend breakdown, clusters these disparate, often negative intents, and presents the whole thing simply as, say, Company X policy changes. It handles chaos by creating a manageable narrative.
So for the person who needs to get past that curated story, the researcher, the market analyst, how do they see the messy data behind that clean title?
And that's where the system shows its other face. It's not just for casual users. It offers really powerful export options. You can download CSV, copy to clipboard, or even pull a live feed with an RSS feed.
Okay, so this isn't just a toy.
Not at all. The existence of CSV and RSS feeds, that's a signal. It tells you this data is absolutely designed to be pulled, analyzed, and integrated into external systems for serious quantitative study.
So it's a genuine research tool, but it's disguised as a simple trending list.
That's the perfect way to describe it. It's built for deep external analysis of our collective curiosity.
Wow. So we started this deep dive with a simple question: what's trending? And what we found is this complex, almost rigid architecture. It's built on these tight time constraints, explicit categories, and these synthesized, clustered definitions.
It's a highly engineered view of the world.
One we often just take for granted.
So the key takeaway for you, the person trying to stay informed, has to be this. When you look at any trending list, remember, it is not a raw stream of consciousness.
It's been filtered.
It's been filtered by time. It only lives for 4 hours, or 24 hours, or 7 days in those little windows. It's defined by its status. Is it active right now, or is it just blasted history, and it's been ruthlessly clustered by an algorithm. Knowing the framework behind the information is the most powerful tool you have.
It fundamentally changes how you see things. It moves you from just being a passive reader to an active analyst. Thank you for diving deep with us.
And here's a final thought for you to carry forward. If the system explicitly allows you to filter trends by 19 distinct categories, from climate to technology to other what does the existence of the all categories filter truly tell us about our ability to maintain a single unified narrative? If everything is compartmentalized, is true collective consensus in the search bar even possible anymore?